Is there one or two just super impactful moments from the past 10 years that you're like, wow, that really rocked me?
There's a moment and then there's more of a theme. I think the moment that sticks out to me the most was, I want to say it was 4-ish years into the company, 4 or 5 years into the company. We were doing, content analysis, pictures, media, certainly not to the extent that we're doing now, but we had an opportunity to respond to an RFP from Kick for
Mm.
content moderation. And I don't even know, is Kick available
It is.
out
Mhm.
still?
Yeah, it's
Kick,
on our top 10 dangerous apps.
yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
and it's, I guess, less sort of in the focus now, but it was more so 5 or so years ago as like a just terrible platform, right? Like it's the classic
Still is.
like anonymous. You can be anybody you want. You can make a username. You can go in and talk to anybody you want, and like is ripe for an environment where adults or others prey on kids,
Mhm.
right? Kick had an issue with content moderation. People were posting stuff and terrible things and reporting them, and then their content moderation team was internal and they had to review it and then take it down or just look at it, right? And the point was the platform grew quickly, they couldn't keep up. And further, one of the biggest challenges with a team like that is just seeing terrible stuff all the time.
Yeah.
There's like an emotional impact. There's interfacing with authorities. I mean, this is like the worst content on the internet. They wanted to get out of that business, which I don't blame them, but this is sort of like the app is, this is part of what you need to have when you have an app like this. And so they wanted to have somebody else do it. And so Bark had the opportunity to, they gave out like a set of images and said, like, give us kind of the lay of the land in terms of like what percentage are inappropriate and like fall into this category, that category, right? It was just sort of and you give them the results, and it was the type of thing where you have to do it programmatically because you can't manually look at every one of them, right? And that's the point, is that like if you have the tech to do it at scale, then you can give them the results and then potentially be hired to do it across their whole platform. Naturally, you spot check some of these images because you're like, did we get it right? But we sort of like got this full set, unleashed the data science models on them to figure out kind of what's what, and so you get the results and you take a look at the things that were found to be what we call, just say, abusive for any type of issue, and clicked a few of them, and it was not good.
Mm.
I can still see some of those pictures, and I think about that when I talk to my kids about what's on the internet.
Mm.
So that's what our computers flag every day on a variety of platforms. That was the worst of the worst. And then, ongoing, we obviously flag stuff for self-harm. So we started sending, questions to parents when they get this type of thing and having them write back and say, I think Bark saved my kid's life.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine a more impactful email message to get when you build something and you can save a kid's life.
Yeah.
Especially when you have kids. You
Yeah.
imagine them leaving the planet over something so silly in some ways.
Mhm.
And then to think the tools that we made kept them on this planet.